It's been a while. And I don't know why I'm going live. I do know why I'm going live. I'm going live because I was going to do a video. I was going to sit down and record a video, but iMovies wasn't having any of it and kept freezing my screen. So the computer was like, can't do it. So I thought, oh, well, I'm sat here now. Just go live, see if anyone wants to come in, have a bit of a chin wag. So here I am. I'm going to... the cat wants to go out. Hang on a minute. Go on then. Out you go. I'm going to just share this at the moment. Hi, Melanie. How are you? I hope you're good. I'm good. I'm just tired. But I had this idea of filming a video, but it just, my computer wouldn't do it. So I was like, oh, God, okay, shall I just not bother? And then I thought, oh, you're sat here now. Go and have a chat. Last time I came on and had a chat with you guys, it was good. We just chewed the fat. I'm quite happy to talk about anything. Hopefully some more people will be coming in. You know, just chewing the fat. I normally let the chat lead the way and I just follow along. Just talk about what's written there for me, really. So I thought, yeah, all right, then go live. I know I look a bit of a mess, but it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, does it? Because we're not going anywhere. We're still isolating. Well, those of us that have got any brains are still isolating. I went for a walk today. What else did I do? I haven't done a great deal because, to be honest, I'm tired. I've got uveitis back again, which is an infection of the eye, and it tends to sort of zap any energy that I might have. So, yeah. So, let's just put this on. Can you hear my birds out? Well, they're not my birds. Can you hear the birds outside? Hi, McKinley. How are you? So, as I said, I'm perfectly fine. Chilled. I was going to make myself a cup of tea, and then I thought, do I want a cup of tea? And then I thought, no, I don't want a cup of tea. So I just poured myself a glass, as you do. What time is it here? It's about 8:30. So, I didn't go live yesterday for a couple of reasons. One of them being I watched a whole 7 episodes of 6 Days In. My daughter on Netflix. My daughter told me about it and said, Mum, you'll love it, because she knows that I like documentaries. So I watched that last night over and over and over. I just kept the thing on Netflix and it just went one after the other. 3:36 for you. Oh, where are you? Where are you, McKinley? Yeah, so I watched that and I didn't do my live and I didn't go into any lives. I just sat on the sofa there and thoroughly got engrossed in this 60 Days In program. It's very good, very, very good. So I've got nothing to chat about, really. I mean, we can chat about whatever you want to chat about. There's not many of you in at the moment, so we'll just sit here, drink. As I said, I was going to do a video today. I had a few ideas, But the later the time went throughout the day, the more tired I got, and I thought, oh, I don't know if I wanted to. And then iMovie, it's my computer. I need to clean it up. I need to get rid of all the caches and all the rest of that. So I've just done a big cache delete in order to do this. But the problem is I need to sort of get rid of some other things. I do it through YouTube videos because they're very good at explaining how to speed up your computer and things like that. So that's how I get things done. You live in Colombia. Oh, okay. That's interesting. That isn't that is that like an American island? Completely no idea. Don't talk to me about geography. So yeah, the video I was going to make was about Twitter, because there's so much that goes on Twitter. I have to give myself a break from it every so often. It's like, oh God. And then I think maybe I'm going to just unfollow everybody because I just can't, guys. And I don't know whether it's because I'm just feeling tired at the moment, but I just can't be bothered with all the nonsense that goes on there. It's like these people that seem to spend all day on there, they must be brain dead by the end of the day. They must be. Jesus. You can't put up with that. But I've just been watching. Hey, A-Live. How are you? Welcome. I've just been watching the DC Media Girl live. She's actually been going live quite a lot now. She's obviously got used to it now. And I think good for you, girlie. And I just love her style. She's very relaxed. Charlotte is better than Colombia. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that. It's not an American island. I don't live on an island. Colombia is a big city. Okay, whereabouts is it, McKinley? Where is it near? Which state is it in, Colombia? I know British Columbia is in Canada, isn't it? Anyway, so the live streams I've been watching, I like DC Media Girl. She's got such a relaxing voice. And when I was cooking dinner tonight, I was just playing it. She was on for 2 hours, guys. And I just had her on the whole time. And she's just very relaxing. And what I like is it's like just sitting down and having a chat with somebody with a cup of tea. And I like that. I like that idea. And that's what I really wanted to try and do with my channel. But I'm too hyper for that. Although I've actually got my hands in my pockets. So I'm not flapping around everywhere for a change. But my body still moves a lot. It is what it is. I am what I am. Can't be somebody else. Anyway, so yeah, I've been watching her. I've also been watching Tea Times videos and their lives. I didn't watch them last night because I was watching this other thing, this Netflix thing, but I do like to watch them. And I also like to watch Tea Trigger lives, especially when he does the singing, because he's got a really nice voice. I enjoy that. He just picks up his guitar, starts strumming, and I just really enjoy it. And who else do I watch live? I watch a couple of pilots lives. They're always interesting. And one thing I've noticed, which I think is very good, and I definitely appreciate, is when people are coming out with different content at this time. I think that shows a lot of motivation, and what's the other word? Creativity, because some of these people relied so much on their work and putting out content that managed to keep their numbers going, and but obviously when their business has been hit as badly as the aviation business has been hit, some of these people are like really stuck now. It's like, oh well, I can't feel myself flying in and out of wherever now. So it's been quite interesting to see what they've been doing, particularly on Instagram. And some of them have really been coming out with very impressive. I've seen a couple of cooks on there. I've seen a couple of pilots that now know how to cook. Or maybe they always knew how to cook, but they're bringing out cooking short videos on Instagram. That's interesting. There's one that brought out his guitar and we were strumming away on his guitar. That was great as well. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, it's quite an interesting thing to see people bringing out different content, and I think that's important. I've not done any sort of usual type videos because I've been busy doing other things. But I will be bringing them out, and if iMovie had worked today, then there would have been another one come out on my channel. But never mind, it will do. Sooner or later, it will do. Hello, Adele. Thanks for popping in. We haven't got many in today. I didn't put out a preview or anything saying I'm going live. I just thought I'll just go live. If people come in, they can. If not, I'll just waffle away to myself as if it's just a normal video. So that's cool. I was going to do a video, but iMovie said no. So that was that. That's the only one I use at the moment. I used to use OBS, but that sort of stopped after a period of time. So now I use iMovie, and it's a bugger. I've got too much on my computer. That's the trouble. So I need to go into the workings of my computer and get rid of a load of stuff, and then it'll probably start working properly again, guys. So I hope you're all keeping well. Hi Ria, hi Dre, nice to see you. It's just a relaxing chat tonight. If you want to talk about anything, just put it on there and we'll have a chat. I'm happy to talk about anything. As I said, I'm a bit tired because I've got blooming uveitis again. I get this, I would say, well, no, actually, it's not a couple of times a year. It's every so often, I'd say once every couple of years. And it's a pain in the neck. And basically, I did check it out once. And what it is, it's an infection or inflammation in the tubes inside the eye. Anyway, that's what uveitis is. So I have to have... Let's show you my address. I have to have that. So I managed to get that Maxidex, and I have another one for the pain. So yeah, I'm a bit sort of dopey tonight, a bit tired. Did you watch EastEnders? No, I didn't tonight, Tam. You need to sort your computer out. I know. Oh, I had a feeling that was going to happen, Tam. I'm not surprised. No, I'm not surprised. She'll be sorry though, because he's a bit of a monster, isn't he? So what have you all been up to, guys? Can you share this, please, so that if anyone else wants to come and chat, then they can. As I said, I've got no specific thing lined up to chat about. I was going to do a video, but Didn't happen. So, oh, you got a new phone. Lovely. Which one did you get? I got one a while ago. I got the iPhone 8. I went back to iPhone after Samsung because the last two Samsungs I've had both got screen burn. And I think it's because I have a lot of artwork on it. So yeah, I have 5 Twitter followers, Jan. Not. Oh, bless you. Never mind. I've been playing Animal Crossing, says Dre. I've been doing jigsaw puzzles. I'm on my 3rd one, I think, now. And the granddaughter gave me this one, which I'm looking forward to doing. I can only do the 500 piece ones because my table's not that big. But I'm going to start taking the measurements because they do normally tell you what the measurements are. So I'd rather do like 1,000 piece one, but the 500 piece ones are okay. My daughter's just finished doing a 3,000 one because she's got a big dining table. It was humongous, guys, and I was so pleased for her when she was finished, and she was very pleased with herself when she was finished. Animal Crossing, yeah, I think my son's got that as well. It's fun, is it? And relaxing. That's what we need. The iPhone 7, my phone has no updates. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I've got the iPhone 7. No, I've got the iPhone 8 Plus. Yeah, 8 Plus. That's the one I've got. I quite like it. I mean, I always said that you can't beat the camera on a Samsung. But having said that, because I had so much trouble with the camera, the Samsung, the screen burn, I thought, well, I'd be stupid to get a 3rd one that I get the screen burn on it. So yeah, I've gone over to iPhone, and it's quite good in as much as, I can airdrop a lot of things over, and yeah, it's quite good. That's what we need at the moment, don't we, Dre? We need something that's fun and something that's relaxing. I think that's really important at the moment. I went out for a walk today. I just sort of did like a big block walk to go down to my local shop. Nothing exciting. And that's about it. All I've done today. Oh, and I did cook tuna pasta for dinner. That's all right. Have you heard we're guinea pigs on the Isle of Wight? And the BBC Twitter person spelled it white. Oh no! How stupid! God. I haven't seen any new videos from you, Dre. Are you working on any? You weren't in when I explained I was going to be working on one tonight. I'm glad I didn't, actually, because it might have been very low in energy. So we have been busy opening up the pool and backyard stuff. Oh, that sounds nice. Whereabouts are you, Adele? Well, the days are certainly longer. I've got another food delivery coming on what day? Wednesday. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Oh, you're in Ontario. Ontario. Yeah. Canada. There's a lot of people from Canada on here, isn't there? You haven't been in the pool in 5 months. I thought it was cold in Ontario. I thought all Canada was cold. I remember my son saying, because one of his best friends moved to Canada. Where was it? Toronto, I think. They moved to a few years ago now. And my son, my eldest boy, said somewhere that he always wanted to go. He hasn't got there yet. But he did say that he always wanted to go to Canada. I have to say, guys, it doesn't appeal to me because I like hot weather. Why I'm living in England, I don't know. I think it's because I've now got all my family here. So if I move somewhere to a hot country, I'm on my own. I don't think even the teen will come with me because he's got a girlfriend. So it's like, bye, mum, laters. But I mean, if I had a lot of money, I would get myself a holiday home, either in, I don't know, I might have to get a couple of holiday homes. I'd get myself a holiday home, one in Paris, one in Berlin, and one by the sea in one of those hot countries. Paris and Berlin aren't hot places, but I like those places because they're very vibrant. But I'd also like one, say, in, what's the south of France like? Is it hot there? I just started getting warm. It's spring. We are 1.5 outside Toronto in cottage country. Oh, Bembridge. I've been to Bembridge. I have no interest in being in a cold climate. No, I don't either, Dre, but I'm here. Kind of stuck here really now because all my family are here. So, yeah, that's me stuck here. But if I had a lot of money, then I could, like, you know, have a holiday home. I'd like to have somewhere where it's nice and warm that I can go to in the summer, in the winter months. When it's winter here, I can go over there. I'll get a holiday home in Bembridge. Oh, yeah, your climate's too similar to mine, though, Ria. I want somewhere that I know is going to be really, really hot. Mind you, we can't complain. Where are we? We're in May, and we've had the week before last, it was like it was like summertime. It was lovely over here. So have you guys taken up anything since we're all sort of isolating? A vacation home would be so nice, wouldn't it, Dre? Put down where you'd want a holiday home to be. If you had the money, if money was no object, that's not the word either, is it? It's if money was no obstacle, I know there's another word that slots in there really well, but I can't think. Then where would it? Palm Springs. Yeah. The art community in Palm Springs is supposed to be wonderful. Is it? Oh yeah. I've got a video where I completed the art piece. That's it there. To go up. But again, I need iMovie in order to get that sorted out. And I don't know, just playing silly buggers with me today. Yeah, money no object. Iceland, not the shop. Oh, you want to go to Iceland? Hi, Nana's Corner. How are you? I hope you're well. My teen went to Iceland with the college when he was at college, and I saw not one picture. Not one picture. I said to him, "Didn't you take any pictures?" He said, "Well, no, I didn't have a camera, but some of the kids in the group took them." I said, "Well, why can't I see any?" I said, "So what was it like over there?" He said, "Oh, it was all right." I said, "Is that it?" I said, "It's on people's bucket lists. It's got to be better than, oh, it's all right." But he said, no. Can't get anything out of him, guys. Yeah, Reykjavik he flew into. I'm okay, Nana. I'm just tired, darling, because I have to keep repeating this as everyone comes in. I'm just tired because I've got a bit of the old uveitis, which is like the tunnels behind the eye get inflamed. I get it. I've had it about 3 times before, and I just get eye drops, 2 lots, steroids and some other ones. And I was really lucky because I could feel it coming on. And because what happens is when I do this, I can feel a pain. Yeah, that's how I know it's coming on. So you may well say, well, stop doing that, Jan. Yeah. Anyway, anyway, so I could feel it coming on, and I thought I need some more eye drops. Well, I was still using some from last time, which I know I shouldn't have been using. So anyway, I phoned 111, and they were really good. She said, "Oh well, if it gets any worse," she said, I spoke to the pharmacy, and she said, "If it gets any worse, then you'll have to speak to your doctor." I said, "The problem is, as soon as they know it's your eye, then they won't have anything to do with you. They'll send you off to the eye clinic." I said, "And I'm not going to the eye clinic where I've got some guy that close to me looking in my eye. It's not happening, guys." So she said, "Oh, well," and then I was speaking to the pharmacist, and then she said, "Well, I can order you the Maxidex." I said, "That's all I want. Just get me the Maxidex." And so I drove over to the nearest pharmacy and picked it up. So yes, I'm all right. I'm all right, guys. But it makes me tired. It makes me, yeah. The past sort of few days, I've been tired. But I'm okay. I'm fine. Went for a walk today. I would want to go to right. So Dre wants a holiday home in. Oh, hang on a minute. So Iceland is meant to have geysers and volcanoes. He didn't tell me anything about that. Nothing. Nothing. So Dre wants a holiday home in Japan, South Korea, New Zealand, Italy, Australia, and New York. Oh, you better start saving up your coins then, Dre. There's one good thing about my phone. My dad has to pay my phone for $35 a month. Oh. Oh. $35. What's that? Is that about 20 quid? Is that? I don't know. We don't have dollars over here. We have pounds. Yeah. So I'm not sure where I'd want my hot place to be. It's funny because the teen wants to go to Japan, and I'm like, why do you want to go there? His friend was traveling actually just before this all happened. His friend was traveling. He was in South Africa when this all hit, and so he had to come back. And he planned then to go to the Seychelles. So all his plans have gone kaput. I'd like to go visit Germany, where I was born. Oh, we came stateside when I was 6 months. Oh, right. Whereabouts in Germany were you born? I love Germany. Well, I say I love Germany. I love Berlin. I went to Berlin last summer. No, it was about this time, wasn't it? Yeah, it's about this time last year. I went to Berlin. Nana, you should check out my Berlin vlogs. They're great, if I say so myself. Yeah, Frankfurt. Oh, okay. Oh, McKinley's Part German. I tell you, it was so different. Oh, itchy eye. It was so different to how I imagined it to be. I don't know whether my son had been then. But anyway, so I went with my youngest daughter and my two sons, and we went to Berlin, and it was fabulous. I just, it's just something about it that I really enjoyed. The people were so friendly; they really were, and genuinely so. You know, they weren't sort of. I didn't find any fakeness there or anything like that. They were just very, very nice people, and I'd quite happily go back again. I was hoping actually I might be able to go back this year, but doesn't look like that's happening, does it, guys? So, yeah, Frankfurt is so beautiful. I've seen it in videos and pictures. I don't know much about Frankfurt. Did they suffer a lot in the war? I mean, is there a lot of like new architecture in Frankfurt? I know there is in Berlin, and that's what I like. I like architecture. I like churches, cathedrals, buildings. You know, I like boring. I know, but that's what I like. Um, the videos you shared were good. Oh, good. Thank you, Ree. I'm glad you watched them. Yeah, you should watch them, Nana. They're I think I've got 3 or 4 vlogs up where when I was in Berlin, we had so much fun. It was lovely. And I love all the buildings there. And of course, the German history is so interesting. And it's just, I don't know, there's something quite unique, I would say, about Germany and its people. There's also a huge amount of shops there. They have so many really big shopping malls in that area in Berlin. I was really shocked by it because we don't really have that over here. We do have shopping places, but not on such a scale, I would say, as the Germans do. It's amazing. Yeah, and I saw my Patrick. Yeah, I saw my Patrick. I saw my Patrick. Yeah. My dad lived in Germany for many years, but I want to make a visit. But you want to visit your home in Germany. Oh, I think you should go. Who can forget Patrick? Nobody can forget Patrick. Not when I'm around anyway. Yeah, I wonder if they did get hit. Because, I mean, Berlin was very badly hit, wasn't it? And I think, you know, maybe some other places, some other hot spots in Germany were hit. I don't know. But I know that Berlin suffered a great deal, as indeed did London. And, you know, it was a war. Yeah, I might research that. And Munich, I don't know much about Munich. Can't even say it. I think in my mind, it's a newer place. I could be wrong. And also, I mean, when I was talking to the kids about going back to Germany, they said that they quite fancied going to Dresden, which is much smaller than Berlin and Frankfurt. But yeah, we certainly fancy going back and exploring other parts. I'm quite lucky in that my kids enjoy the similar things that I like. There's a museum island in Berlin, and there's so many museums there. We didn't even get to see half of them. Someone said I should visit Auschwitz. when I go to Germany. I'm like, nope, I'm good. You should really, in all seriousness. Auschwitz, I think, was in Austria, wasn't it? Or was that Germany? Um, when I went, I saw the Holocaust Memorial, which I did include on my vlog, and because I'm quite a spiritual person, when I was there, I felt it, you know, and yeah, but I couldn't. I don't think I could visit somewhere like Auschwitz. I think that would be too upsetting for me personally. Um, yeah, but it's interesting to, it's a history that is true. So, I mean, for me, just seeing the memorial was enough for me. I don't want to see, just how bad it really was. I'm a bit, I don't know how to explain it. Munich is beautiful. What I've seen, the surfers on the river. Oh, well, I might go and check out a few surfers on the river. Yeah, why not? Dry, I want to go to Austria to visit. Yeah, I thought it was in Austria, only because it's part of my Jewish heritage. Yeah, girl, I would be boiling my. Yeah, yeah. I haven't been. I haven't been to Auschwitz. And I know in Berlin there's an indoor. Oh, that's the thing that I didn't say. The memorial, or memorial to the Holocaust is actually outside, and it's like great big slabs of concrete, and each slab of concrete depicts one person that died or something like that. And they've made a maze out of it. It's incredible. But apparently there's an indoor museum that you can go and find out even more about it, and I can't. I'm too empathetic for that. I'd just get too upset. I mean, as it was when I was in there, and you can walk in between the slabs of concrete, and at one point I saw somebody sort of, teenagers or something, sort of running in between, and I wanted to say, don't do that. Do you know what I mean? Because yeah, I'm a bit too empathetic to go into, to Auschwitz, or what it's called. Dre, those memorials, yeah, they are. You too, McKinley. I think everybody's learned how to stay safe now, which is a good thing. I've got to say, I'm glad I'm not in America. I always say that. Yeah, we're very good over here. Definitely. I mean, even just walking down the road, people walk on the other side of the road. I don't live in London anymore. And I do think to myself, thank God, because London is obviously so much busier. And I think I'd be I think if I was living in that area still, I wouldn't be going out at all. Whereas over here, I can quite easily go out, and although I may see people, it tends to be just the odd one or two, and if you're on the same pavement, then one of us just moves over, the other one walks by. Whereas in London, especially like where I used to live, it's very different because there's a lot more people about. So I don't know how they're managing to deal with it. I love learning about my family's history and the history of where my family came from. Yeah, yeah, that's nice, Nana. I don't know anything about my, I don't know anything about my family. Anyway, never mind. Bit late now. Ich liebe dich means I love you in German. Yeah, I know that. Uh, the tube is horrendous. I couldn't believe that the tube is still running. Is it still running? I think it is because it has to take essential workers to work, doesn't it? Otherwise, how are they going to get there? So yeah, because I can still hear the trains. I mean, I'm nowhere near the trains here, but if the wind's blowing in the right direction, then I can hear the trains. So yeah, I think for it's still crowded. Oh no, see, I wouldn't go on it. Jan, at times I'm face palming with things people do here. Yeah. Oh, see. I just count my blessing. All of my kids live in areas that aren't overly populated. My son, my eldest boy, still lives on the outskirts of London. My eldest daughter lives in Essex. And then my other daughter lives about 4 miles from me. So, and then of course the team lives with me, and none of us are in really built up areas. So it's quite easy to be able to get out and not walk into somebody. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I hate it when I have to go to Tesco's. I mean, hate it. Because some people, they're still, you know, they haven't got the brains they were born with. It's like, really? Have you not been paying attention to what's going on? And there's been times when I've had to do that. Stop! You're not meant to be in my space. And people look at you as if you're the mad one. It's horrid not seeing my younger son. Really miss him. Oh, no. Where is he, Ria? Yeah, I've not seen, I can't see, well, I can. I can see two of my kids. The daughter that lives up the road from me, I'll sort of, if I'm going to the supermarket, I might do a drive-by. And then she'll stand on her drive and I'll stand by the car and we'll just have a bit of a chat. But it's the hugs I miss more than anything else. I do miss the hugs. And of course the teen, I see him, but the other two I can't see. Although the eldest one, the one that lives in Essex, did drive over one day. What day did she drive over? It was round Easter and she'd got us some eggs. See, I never think like that. Anyway, and she left them on the doorstep, which was lovely. But it's a bit like being teased with your loved ones because you want to just give them a big hug, and you can't do it. So, right, other side of the island. Oh, right. Yeah, it's hard when you can't see them, isn't it? I've learnt that a majority of my family migrated to England and settled in the Middlesex area. I used to live in Middlesex. It's funny, Middlesex is only acknowledged by people that live there, which is really odd. When I lived there, I used to live there, and when I lived there, if anything ever happened and it was on the news, they always used to say North London, and we were like, hang on a minute, it's not North London, it's Middlesex. But it's really odd. I don't think it even says Middlesex on a map. They always say it's North London. Oh, you used to live in Enfield. I know Enfield. I don't know it that well, but I've been there a few times. There used to be a car auction place in Enfield that I used to go to on the what's the name of that road? The Great Northern Road, is it? Something like that. Yeah, I used to go there. How long am I streaming for? I don't know. I don't know. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? I'm just chewing the fat, really. Just chatting instead of doing a video, which I'd planned to do. But it's a very chilled, laid back, let's just chew the fat type of live stream. I think they're the best ones. Oh, thank you, Nana. That's kind of you. So once again, Dre has left the room. Oh, he's back. Yeah, I used to know at Enfield more when my girls used to do like dancing competitions. There was a school there that they used to have them in. So what else have you guys been up to? I've done a lot of painting. I've finished that one now there, but I will be bringing out a video because I did do a video. I'd like you to go and see it because so few people have seen it. So I'd like you to go and see how I produced that. You can't see it very well here, so you'll have to wait for the new video. Great Cambridge Road, that's the one. What are we chatting about? We're chatting about anything, something and nothing. Something and nothing. Just chewing the fat. You saw a video. Yeah, and I'm bringing out, that was just me showing you how I did certain things on the video, on the canvas, but the next one I've done is it completed, because although I show sections of it, I haven't actually shown the whole video, the whole canvas yet. So yeah. Yeah, did you see my art video, Dre? Dre's too busy playing Animal Crossing. I've got still got a puzzle on the go. My daughter, come here. Excuse me one sec. Excuse me. This is the one I'm doing at the moment. You see that? My daughter had that made. Isn't that amazing? So that's the one I'm doing now. And what I normally do is I put that on and then I'll put YouTube on the big screen because invariably there's nothing on the TV to watch. So yeah, I'll put YouTube on there and then I do that. Oh, you watch live art streams, do you? I do. I know there's some in on Instagram. Sometimes I watch those when I'm not perving over pilots. Oh, yeah, I was really chuffed with that. It was such a lovely thing to do. Put the grandkids on there for me. So I'm doing that one at the moment. And then after that, I'm going to do the unicorn one. So I said to my daughter, we should just sort of rotate all our jigsaws, and she said, "Mum, I've got so many. I've got enough to last me for 7 years." Twitch is very good for art and music. Oh, is it? Is it an app? Or can you just use it on your phone, or can you use it on the computer? I've heard of it, but and how is it better than, say, Instagram? Oh, it's a live streaming app. What, on your mobile? I want another live streaming one. I mean, I'm tempted to try that Streamlabs, but then I think, You can't really beat iMovie. If you've got a Mac, you can't beat it. Except for it decides it's not going to play for me when I want to use it, but there you go. I've been annoyed with all the pointless Jeffree Star drama. People need to be focusing on David Vanity and how bad he is. Yeah, I mean, there was one day when I went through my Twitter and tweet after tweet after tweet was Jeffree Star, Jeffree Star, Jeffree Star. And I thought, now, obviously, I don't agree with somebody like David. I'm going to get his name wrong. What's his name? David Vanity, doing what he's been accused of doing. That is disgusting. And not even, you know, that's just disgusting. But when you hear it over and over and over, and you see it over and over and over on your timeline, it's like, okay, stop there. This guy needs to be dealt with by the appropriate agencies, which obviously is law enforcement. If it's true that he has been doing these things, then he should be reported to the police. That should be the end of it. Now, I do understand that, you know, Twitter being Twitter and YouTube being YouTube and drama channels being drama channels, that people are going to want to cover it. So because I follow quite a few on Twitter, I am going to see people's opinions on it. I personally wouldn't put out a video about that because, firstly, because there's so many already out there, but also because my opinions are my opinions. My choices are my choices. My beliefs are my beliefs. But on Twitter and indeed YouTube, if your opinion differs to other people's, then you put yourself out there as a target. And I'm done being a target, you know. To me, it's just so futile and draining. So this is one of those occasions when I chose not to say anything about it, because I feel that law enforcement should be dealing with it, and we can all sit in our little corners and, you know, tittle tattle and say, oh, this and that should happen and this should happen. But at the end of the day, it's all supposition. So I watch an awful lot of crime investigation videos, real crime, and I just feel that what the drama community do is come to their own conclusions, which is fair enough. But they're also very good at spinning a narrative when it comes to wanting to paint somebody in a certain light. And, you know, I'm not going to name names or anything like that. But I do believe that some people, at the end of the day, it's their opinion, and there's no real hard and fast evidence. But if people want to do that, and then their whole following wants to believe that, then that's up to them. But, you know, I've never followed. I'm not a sheep. You know, if I say something, then it's because I mean it, not because somebody in the next room said it. Do you know what I mean? So in my opinion about the Jeffree Star, David Vanity thing is exactly that. It's my opinion. I'm not afraid to voice it, but I'm cautious, because I know it's very different to what other people think. Does that make sense? You know, it's another live stream app, but sound is awful. Yeah, I remember I used to watch Don Mon on You Now. Oh, jeez. I think people need to focus on those victims, get their stories out there more, so Davy can be held accountable for his actions, not coddled by people. Absolutely. I don't know about this Davy person. I avoid stuff like that. Yes, I don't blame you, Ria. I just don't get why people care more about Jeffree Star than the victims. Um, I agree with you there, Dre, and I think that I hate to say it, but in my opinion, Jeffree Star is a huge name. So if you put his name on a video or on a thumbnail, then you may get more views. That's not why I do YouTube. I'm not there to have thousands and thousands of views. My my biggest video with 12,000 views is me wandering around my local Lidl's. So, and you don't even see my face. So that's not what it's about to me. And I hate this mob mentality. I just do. I come to my own conclusions, and if somebody says to me, yeah, but did you know such and such thing happened, then I'll look into it. But I'm not going to do it on my channel. That's not what I want for my channel. Have there been some dubious things going on? Yeah, of course there have. Was Jeffree Star involved? We don't know. We really don't know. It's all supposition. And, it's like when things happen, when a famous person is discovered to be a monster within our society, do they look at the closest people to them? Yeah, of course they do. And what they're doing at this time is making Jeffree Star bigger than the actual story. It's all about, well, he was friends with it. Why didn't he do something about it? Why did he not say something? And it shouldn't be about that. And I believe in justice. I really do. Do I believe that justice is always served? No, I don't. But I also believe that a lot of stories are believed when really they shouldn't be, because they're all based on supposition, and that's not fair, especially when you're talking about another person. I just don't agree with that. I prefer my drama from Puro, Miss Marple. I don't do tea, and I prefer positive stuff like art, music, and fictional murders. I hate the mob mentality too. I hate it. I seriously hate it, and probably because I've never been involved in a mob, and I don't like groups for that reason. I've been grouped with some of these new YouTubers, but the reality is I'm not like them. I still will say what I believe to be the truth. I still will put out videos that I feel are funny and that hopefully other people will find funny, because that's what I do. But I'm not going to jump on somebody else's story, somebody else's hate train. That's not how I work. That's not me. I've discussed what hate means to me. several times, so I'm not going to bore you all with that. But I do believe that, some people online um, don't seem to have their own brain. They sort of seem to go along with other people way too much. And I don't do that. I don't mind being friends with anybody. I'll be friends with anybody. But then if it comes to a point where I feel that you don't really understand me or you expect me to do something, and I'm not doing that, then you're not really a true friend of me. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. I am very much an individual. I always have been, always. Um, Even, at schools when we had gangs, um, when there were gangs at school, I was always on the periphery. I would have friends in the gang, but then I'd also have friends on the other team as well. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't believe in mob mentality. Yeah, it's awful. No offense to anyone, but I don't give a shite about Jeffree Star, Kardashians, and any other so-called influencer. I'm the same as you, Ria. Kardashians, I think I've watched 5 minutes tops of that show that they had. I know about them because they're always, on social media or on Twitter, or my girls might watch them. I don't know. No, they're not for me. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that. Jeffree Star, I will say, I feel differently about. Um, Jeffree Star, I feel he intrigues me. I find him fascinating. Um, I think he receives a hell of a lot of hate, and that's not nice for anybody. That's horrible. I feel that he's built an empire, and that couldn't have been easy, especially coming from where he came from. Has he said things that have been dodgy? Yes. Has he done things that have been dodgy? Yes. But haven't most people? See, it's really odd, because when I see other people say that, when they say, oh, people in glass houses, blah, 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 I think, do you know what? And then when they say, oh, well, who hasn't done that in the past? So often I think, well, I haven't. And then I think, do you know what? That's really odd that I actually haven't. I mean, I remember somebody saying, oh, yeah, well, you should get rid of all your tweets that were written before such and such a time. And I'm like, well, I know that there hasn't been any tweet that I've said, even 10 years ago, that can't be said today. So I think, well, I'm no angel, trust me. I'm no angel, but I'm not that type of person either. So I've realised that there are many different types of people on Twitter and in the public eye. And they're not very nice people. They're really not. I have never really fitted in with the mob mentality type groups. And when I feel like I don't belong, I will leave the group. I'm exactly the same, Ria. I'm exactly the same. I've been in groups, I've joined groups, people have joined me in groups, and after a while, I just don't participate in them anymore because there's always people in the group that I'm like, oh. And another thing is, I won't be told what to do. I won't be. And that doesn't mean that I think I'm wonderful or, it's Jan's way or no way. No, not at all. I just feel that at my age and, after everything that I've been through, I'm not going to let a complete stranger who really doesn't grasp the story tell me what to do. It's as simple as that. But the thing is, you can't really say that, because then it looks like that you're being a hater. Do you know what I mean? And it's all about learning how to deal with that. And to be honest, I'd rather be out on my own. I really would. And if that means I only have 10 people come into my lives and 30 people watch my videos, then so be it. You know, I'd rather that than have thousands of people watch me who, at least 1,000 of them are hate watchers, and the other 1,000 of them are just there, to poke fun or go, scuttling off to tell people what I've said. I don't want that. I don't want all that. That's really not me. And the picture that people paint of you is the fact that other people believe that picture is something that blows my mind a bit, really, because I'm very I think I'm probably quite black and white in that. And if I've made my mind up about somebody, then I've made my mind up about them. You can tell me as many horrible things about them as you like. If I like that person, then I continue to like them, and I won't be told what to do. People love following the crowd, don't they? Don't they? Has anyone watched 60 Days In? Because I was watching it last night and it's really fascinating. It's basically well, if you've got Netflix, Ria, then try and watch it. It's in America, it's in Indiana, it's a prison, and the producers and I think it's the sheriff and somebody else have got 7 people to go in to this prison, regular people to go into this prison to stay there for 60 days so that they can feed back to them in afterwards to show what actually happens inside this prison. Oh my God. After I've done this, I'm going to continue watching it. I watched 7 episodes of it last night. Oh my God, it was so good. And what's so good as well is the personalities of the people going in. See, that's the type of thing that I like to see. I'm a great people watcher. I love watching people. And that's why I started doing the videos on Peter Mon and also on Shelby, because I am a people watcher. And anyway, these 7 people, I think there's 4 women and 3 men. Is that? Anyway, there's nobody's seen it. Oh yeah, you should watch Tiger King. I've watched that as well, Dre. That's good as well. Anyway, so these 7 people that go in, I'll just tell you the people. I won't spoil it for you though, guys. But there's a Marine that's gone in. He's a man. Then there's a black youth. He's 19, and his brother has been in prison for 5 years. So he wanted to go in and see what it was like. There's a teacher who is off the charts. That's all I'll say. Something not right with him, guys. Something seriously not right with him. Who's the other male? There's a guy who's gone in, ginger guy, bit overweight. He's a supermarket supervisor. No, he's not. Security guy who used to be bullied as a kid. So he's going in to prove to all the bullies that, he can make something of himself. So they're the 4 guys. The 3 women are a Oh, a force. He's in the forces, American forces. Wife. When I first saw her, I thought, "There's no way you're going to make it in there, girl." But anyway, I really don't want to spoil it, but I want to tell you a bit about it because it's really interesting. So she goes in there. She's a mum, stay-at-home mum. He's in the forces, and she's got a couple of kids. Then there's Muhammad Ali's daughter, who's a social worker, and she works with gangs, so she wants to go in there and see what it's like, from the inside, so that she can take it back to these gang people that she works with and tries to help. And then the fourth woman is a cop. She's very manly, that's all I'll say. Very, very manly. She's a gay cop, very short hair, and she's tiny. And she's like a Rottweiler. That's all I'll say. Well, the cameras are in there, but what they've done was, before they sort of set this up, because I think the prison, there's the sheriff and there's also the prison governor, I think, who's in on it, and one other person, and we don't know who that other person is. Anyway, so they gradually feed these people, civilians, whatever you want to call them, innocent people, into this jail. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. Hi TV show fans. It is unbelievable. And what is so fascinating is not only seeing what happens inside the jails, that's bad enough, guys, but seeing how each individual person reacts to what's going on. Oh my God, it's incredible. I'm loving it. So, yeah, and I can't say anything else because I'll spoil it in case you want to watch it. Change my name again. It's Brandon. Hi, Brandon. How are you, darling? I hope you're well. I hope you and your family are well. Yeah, I was talking about 60 days in. Honestly, guys, if you like something like that, I mean, my daughter told me, I had seen a couple of people had tweeted about it and not thought much of it. But my daughter said to me the other day, "Mum, you've got to watch this because you'll love it." And I tell you, I do. I love it. Season 1 is on Netflix at the moment, and they're doing a season 2 as well. But oh my God, prison's such a scary place, guys. I never want to go. It's a Netflix show, Brandon. It's really good. 60 Days In is a Netflix program. Yeah, I'm okay, Brandon. I'm good. I'm just a bit tired because I've got my uveitis back again. But no, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm enjoying the weather. I need to get fit though. I need to walk some more. I'm not walking enough. Bored? No, I'm not bored, love. I have too much to do to be bored. That's a good thing about being creative. You can always do, you always find something to do. So no, I'm fine. I know that, a lot of people are bored. I tell you, if I watch very, very little TV, that's what I find boring. I really do. I've become that person that just doesn't watch TV anymore. I just feel that I'm being fed fodder when I watch TV. And, if I do watch TV, I normally watch it on Rewind. Is that what they call it? Anyway, I'll watch it then. So if it's on ITV, then I scoot through. I love me some Great British Sewing Bee. Who's watching Great British Sewing Bee? Oh, I know, Ria. Are you eating more? I can't stop eating, guys. It comes to night time and I'm like, oh, it doesn't matter how big the dinner was. I go to the cupboard and get some food. I mean, so I've stopped buying sweets. I watch more online streams. Do you? Who else do you watch? Those of you that are in here, tell me who else you watch. Whose lives do you watch? And why do you like them? Eating too many. Oh, I love chocolate digestives. Oh God, I've been really good actually. What I do is I buy ice cream instead, and then I think when I would normally sit there and eat a big bag of sweets, I'll just eat a big bowl of ice cream instead. I bought some flake cornettos. Love them. I would go to prison just to meet a man. Oh, you wouldn't, Dre. I'm telling you something, darling. If you saw some of these men, oh, Lordy, Miss Claude, eh? And there's ways of that they have to act in there. And oh God, it's such an eye-opener, but it's also a good psychology experiment as well to see how these people are dealing with it. I don't know how I deal with it. I don't think I deal with it very well. I think I just sit in a corner and not speak. Watching a ton of movies. Oh, at the moment. Okay. Yeah, I don't watch movies really. Yes, Dre is a mess. He is. It has to be said. On Twitch. On Twitch, who's that? Mario Alaska Art and Frugal Fat Mum or Fit Mum YouTube. There's some cute men that go to prison. Dre, you need to get out more, matey. Get out more. I watch a lot of. I spend my time, if I'm online, I spend my time between Twitter, not as much, hate Facebook, so I never go on there, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. If I go on TikTok, I'm on there for hours, guys, because it is so, it's so funny. It's just so addictive. Yeah, I know. There's some cute men. I can't believe you just said that. Don't watch too much YouTube. I'm on Twitter more. Oh, are you? See, Twitter, you don't do TikTok. The thing with TikTok is it's very instant, but it's really quite funny. And I think it's very good. For me, I like to see the creativity. And I think people are just so creative. And I like that. You know, the things they come out with, it's incredible. I wasn't sure when I first went on it. My granddaughter is obsessed with it. All she does all day is this. I say, how are you doing on TikTok? I told you the time she was in the Royal Albert. It wasn't Royal Albert Hall. Where was it? Wembley. When she was in Wembley Arena with her school, and I spotted her because she was still doing the old TikTok. I knew that was her. One too many apps for your device. Oh yeah, see, a lot of it does depend who you follow, Brandon. My fandom isn't too toxic on Twitter, to be honest. So on there quite a bit. Yeah, that does make a big difference. Oh, is she? My son has his on TikTok, has his own TikTok page. He's a big goof. Yeah, I think it's funny. I really do. I put some stuff on there sometimes, but it's just something to do. Bit funny. You can add music to it. Quite interesting. Anyway, I think I've spoken enough. The voice is gonna be going. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna thank you all for coming, keeping me company. I'll try and go live again, maybe later on in the week. See how I feel. Hope you're all well. Hope you're keeping safe. looking after yourself, looking after your loved ones, and looking after the community, because that's what's important. We have to think further than us in this. So you take care of yourselves, and I will see you very soon. Look out for my next art video, guys. Bye for now. Nearly forgot the kiss.